I detached from my phone for a while and I discovered that I have to get an iPhone. I have to get an iPhone and adopt the AI way of life now where you become like a content creator editor. And I was already doing this where they were mailing me stuff and I would open it up and film it and do like a commercial or whatever. But now, um, and it's kind of strange for me because I feel like I go from sort of like doing the same thing I've been doing, which was going to the supermarket, going to you know ShopRite, CVS, and all those places, and Walmart's and whatever, all these kinds of supermarkets, and with a shopping cart running around like this, buying stuff in on the shelf, putting in the cart, and running back in my car and then driving up down the road, and then going and saying to myself, "Oh wow, look, there's a package. That's a package for me," or somebody a special delivery, FedEx me something, and I open it up. A few times it was a TV, vacuum, all sorts of stuff, underwear, toothpaste, and I was doing this a long time ago. Now, apparently, you use the AI to formulate the whole thing for you, as opposed to editing it yourself. And then there's, for example, someone like me who has a lot of videos that just simply need to be edited, cut, because a lot of it's like the camera might not have been steady. I was dropping it or fiddling with it, or, I was maybe riding my bike, or, I tried with the glasses and everything. It just kind of broke and fell apart at one point or another and ended up just using my phone. Little cameras and tried strapping my forehead, all kinds of things eventually just broke over the years. And for budget reasons, I never reinvested in camera equipment other than the phones, which are also now need to be replaced and to an iPhone. And this is very important. It's something I kind of realized when I realized the AI was in the Android. The AI is no longer passive in Android devices. In an iPhone, you are liberated from. It makes an aggressive, for example, an Android phone makes an aggressive or AI suggestion. It's something that's conscious and passive, and it violates your privacy. It doesn't shut off, and it doesn't stop interfering with every time you interact with your phone to making sure that you see the new option or whatever it's doing. It's thinking that you might be interested in, and that's why I can't stand Android phones, and that's why they also are probably cheap. Like these are only $30, $40, and because I guess I mean it could be from baseball, wrestling, just maybe spinal injuries and things over the years, but I know I had some compressed vertebrae and nerve damage, and people with nerve damage, I guess sometimes they drop things, so I frequently have been dropping these freaking phones, and breaking them and having to buy new ones. So I just figured instead of getting $800, $1,000 iPhones, because if you drop something, damn, that's $1,000. Damn, shit, you know what I mean? So, and somebody sent me this thing to strap on my forehead. I haven't been able to use yet because of the phone not being compatible. So I guess I have to jump on the AI bandwagon. It's like just like playing video games or learning to type or use a computer. AI now is here, and it's not going to be like it was before, folks. Even I think the concept of having to hold the phone. They were talking about these things you could put on your arm, a piece of plastic. It interacts, with some type of chip, that goes into your skull, and you don't even feel it. You don't even notice it, but now you're a cyborg, for real, and I was like, wow, hey, I mean, I mean, I've never done the guinea pig stuff. Like I had a couple experiences where I saw firsthand people fuck themselves up with that. Like I never signed up for any of those. They pay good money, but never did that before. But anyway, thank you for tuning in today. Every day is still an Ollie day. Yeah, that's right.